sign language for all we events then are something we're very, very proud of. Say our we then serve the support and of course the Ministry of Foreign Affairs where they continue for play host to we. As usual, before I come to the panel, I want to provide some updates on government activities over the past week. And we're very proud to say last week the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, they announced the results for the National Primary School exams, NPSC. For that exam, the total entry, the number of students that will be taken, will be 164,971. Boy picking them be 49%, we now about 80,823, and girl picking them being 51%, 84,148. Now the one that we be enter for the exam, now 164,971. The one that we actually take the exam, 164,114. So we get some people that we register, but on the day they don't take the exam. The pass rates, the girl picking them 1,784, boys 78,630. Overall pass rates have been 78%. We will continue to see progressive improvement in the overall pass rate. The boys them pass rates have been 78.9. The girls them pass rate now 77.1. The top score, the highest aggregate T score, have been 344. We now one girl picking Haja Namasa Conte from International School Limited. Now I mean get this top. And the top performing school in the country in International College of McKinney Primary School has all the 24 candidates then pass with an average aggregate score of 320. I want to congratulate Haja Namasa Conte for excellence. We set the pace across the country, and also the International College of McKinney Primary School for the excellence. You know, not so long ago I've been at this podium, somebody being put out a statement say president or this ministry, this government not being support some people for take WASC because they come on one part of the country. I've been Canada and I've been very upset. And I've been go after that person, we make that statement, they say, this president, we don't set the bar for inclusion, for education, you know, go entertain any discrimination. And as when I see the results of the free primary school, free quality education, we President Bio don't put a lot of energy on, we continue to see the real benefits. Today, you know, your top school, come on apply no so. Now all been there, but now top school quality they extend across the country. We congratulate McKinney for where they come first this year. We will come out bond, we look there with Konayai. We will come out Bo districts. We will also look there now for continue the competition and the challenge for let the country go before. I'll just go through other piece of news then quickly and then we come to the panel. As you know, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres don't praise the leadership of the first gentleman of Salon, His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio, for we champion the call for reform the United Nations Security Council and emphasize the need for increased African representation. The United Nations Secretary General commend particularly the exceptional global leadership and statesmanship with President Bio show for we use that in platform there as chair of the Security Council for push for low end bad historical injustice. All Salon people
say this month will pass for the tax mall. Say we are the president of the Security Council. The whole world they look up to me. The president go there, you see all the media they look at me, they clap for him, they praise him. Not so you don't go there as SLD APC, you go there as Salon. That blessing day, it will rub and we all. So we're very proud and we congratulate His Excellency for that leadership. For this week, they don't collaborate with the Ministry of Tourism for revamp domestic local tourism as Salon. This if they do some events on domestic tourism so that they will revitalize their districts and the 4 districts then are Cambia, Kono, Moyamba, and Pujong. So that will use opportunity for encouraging we the citizens of Salon will visit for tourist purposes. mobile users, they don't tell una say for link all SIM card now with your NIN number as one way down the way the government they try for tackle cybercrime. So when I've been see National Civil Registration Authority, NCRA, and all the other partners they don't come together. They don't launch this major initiative for use biometric ID card for tackle that problem, possibly thief in company identity and begin for do bad things. So they encourage everybody for let them be part of this. The Honorable Vice President of Salon, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, don't commission a solar mini grid for about 250 households in Kalangba Town, Budloko District. At this commissioning, the Vice President's been saying this will provide for over 100 households there for let them connect to the solar grid and a part of President Bio's vision for continuing to expand energy access in the country. Finally, the Minister for Finance, the Honorable Ahmed Fantamadi Bangura, don't brief other MDs them for say on the policy directives of the 2025 budget. According to the Minister, even though the guidelines they attach to the 2025 budget, it's necessary for let it continue for provide policy updates and directives to the people of this country and to all the leaders and for let them understand what we for do and the priorities and for continue for deliver President Bio in Big 5 agenda. That's now all the news we get, quick updates. Now we come to it to make all kind of today. For now we can discuss this very, very important topic. I'm very pleased for introduce the panel. Next to me on my left, the Honorable Acting Minister of Trade and Industry. This woman, grassroots champion. They do fantastic work so far in this capacity. And I'm a sister, Honorable Fatmata Kagbo. I'm glad you're there. On my right, now, another big brother of mine, at many levels, we will discuss all. But in the Chief Executive Officer for the National Consumer Protection Commission, Mr. Lawrence Bassi. We have a clap for him back home. Because now I begin clap. So I don't clap here now, I get for clap. And then last but by no means the least, we get the Deputy Executive Director. All the questions that we don't come now for you online. Then say Salon Standards Bureau. Now on the front and center line. And I know say he ready for can answer the question then. And me uncle Mr. Jacob Bar. I tell you thank you for joining. I'll clap for Mr. Bar as well. Okay. The theme for today now, how they guarantee quality products in the salon until they do. Before I hand over to the panel, I ask NDMA for giving a bit of a brief on how we did on the state of all the emergency that we will get recently. And I just want to go through some of the challenges that we will get recently and the updates from NDMA. So Monday, 1st July 2024, Devil Hole community, slope failure, destroys 6 hosts. 13 hosts then be affected. Nobody will be died per that day. 21st July 2024, incident, wall collapse at Stadium Grey Bush community. He killed 138-year-old man. Then been taken and say this may happen at Congo Town because of excessive rainfall and the tree gather sloping collapse. Haja Sony Drive SS Camp Regent 5-story building collapse 21st July at 11:30 midnight. Again, they say excessive rainfall, poor housing and construction. 8 people in the trap, 5 people they may rescue, they are alive. 3 people, they 1 pregnant woman and 2 picking them. Then be recover them, but they may not die. And 2 people they will be recover the following day under the rumble. 23rd July, at the place called Garden Hilltop, Moiba, landslide occur. 6 hosts then go under the soil. 6 hosts go. The community people let me report that at around 4 a.m. in the morning. Nobody no be die. For that particular one day, but 14 hosts with the population size of 75 affected persons. Because they begin see the vibration the night before, people they begin move. And they move before the host then collapse. 2nd August, NDMA respond to fence collapse incidents na Alpha Terrace, Calbata. They go around 6:30 in the morning. 2nd August, again, they say heavy downpour.
In 4 fatalities recorded, the mama and in 3 pikine, including 1 4-month-old baby, died. 11th August 2024, 1:30, and we get some other distress call about 1 building will collapse, and main motor road, Congo Town, and people have been trapped. NDMA with them partner, they activate a search and rescue operation will last for 3 days. In total, 4 people been trapped, 2 being rescued alive with minor injuries, 2 been dying, and 1 be rescued with severe injuries, but he later died in a Connaught Hospital as 1 person be recovered dead already under the rubble. 11th August 2024, 2 p.m., concrete platform where they be used in ongoing construction on 5-story building collapse at Indian Temple, Wilkinson Road. 1 person been died. 14th August 2024, 12:30, 5-story ongoing construction building collapse, Joshua Street, Wellington. Nobody no been trapped there, nobody no been dying. So several buildings, as we see from this report, we don't see bad situations, high risk. We don't see a combination of factors, climate change, weather conditions, but also we think clear from the public now that the means we would use for verify the quality of the products within the Ghana salon, the building them, and all that people in concern. The easy way make a start for name that situation there. Now that President Bio in commitment now that we get a transparent government. We not can sugarcoat. These people over there, they no say problem there. We can't have to talk about the solution. Then problem here they affect the citizens of this country. People they don't die. Real people they don't die. It affects we. We job down there for protecting people and they. So we don't call the agency them. Some they respond to this because today we focus on the part about standards, quality of goods where they come. The leading institution within government for that is the of Trade and Industry. The minister not there, but in very competent deputy there. Madam Minister, the question I will ask you for kick off this conversation. What's we do within the Ministry of Trade and Industry? Don't do, they plan for do, for address this situation. This is not whether a situation there or not. I don't present the fact, the situation there. Usa would they and what will they do for address this problem?
Thank you so much. We are able Minister of Information, Honorable Minister Siba, as making caller, Chernoba, the Minister, where President Bio, Gito, we all for bring the government to the people. Because now on our right, as the citizens them of Sierra Leone, for make una know waiting they happen within the country. And we tell we Minister Boku Tenki for wait today. He call we the Ministry of Trade and the agency that we fall within the Ministry of Trade for make Ugoka answer to them question they are. But we just don't hear from the minister where he don't outline say we don't lost people them. So as a Muslim believer, first of all, welcome on all, including the journalists them. But I'll just take a minute of silence for make we go remember the people away don't die. If na Muslim them, inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Let Allah have mercy upon them. Let forgive their sins. If na Christian them, may their souls and the souls of the faithfully departed rest in peace. Because for lost person, a family member, you know, it's painful. But Adenaya, just like waiting the minister don't ask for say, waiting with the Ministry of Trade wetin we don't do, wetin we dey pan do, and how we dey address this issue of substandard good. More particularly, the issue about this iron rod where we all done the report for this past week. And then with the blessing of me, Honorable Minister, Honorable Alpha Ibrahim Sise, we know then but they part other government activity them. He gave me a blessing for make I can speak on behalf of the entire Ministry of Trade and Industry. So just for throw some highlights for make una know waiting this Ministry of Trade don't they do. Ministry of Trade and Industry under the leadership of we own President, His Excellency retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Maada Bio. He assigned me minister and we for take the mandate because he knows say we go able for do waiting the Ministry of Trade entail. And this now a ministry where we number one focus now for develop policy them and for formulate program them. So within this ministry, we get 8 agencies them where we they supervise. But today, now 2 of the agencies then there, now they matter in terms of this security issue where we they can talk about and safety. And once again, when they talk about security and safety issue, I want to we all nayaso congratulate the president and we all for where he represents we, he be with voice, not only for Sierra Leone, but for the entire Africa. For where today, Africa, we don't gain seat them na the UN Security Council. Just like what he say in a transformational president, and we all the watch him, how he they transform this country also. So going back to the 8 agency they are, where they under the Ministry of Trade. 2 of the agency are not Sierra Leone Standards Bureau. Some man not even know about Standards Bureau because then think so they read the word bureau. Now money transfer na in and not to money transfer. This na the agency where for the past 3 years the ministry don't come with this agency for set the national standards them for any good way they come on at this country and where they go out of this country. So they are so very important in terms of standard regulations. We also get, and we get the representative, my own brother, Mr. Jogoba. Another agency will fall under the Ministry of Trade and Industry. Now the NCPC. And we also want to tell with President Boku Tenki, where he formed this agency because he valued the life of mortal man. Because they know about the safety and security of the citizens them. He says so they bring come this National Consumer Protection Commission under the leadership of CEO Lawrence Bassi, where Sido with Winaya, so that the consumer there, they go get place suicide and they go lay complain. So that the consumer them, they go no say they get rights. The right for get safety, the right for no say any food where they at the market, you know, is safe or this product I don't go buy. Whether na TV, whether na this, I can't go na me, it don't go stop for play. I get the right for return and back. If the store owner no one for taker, the National Consumer Protection Commission, they for let the consumer there, then go voice their concern. So today, we go hear from them 2 people and they. Because it matters when it comes to the security and safety. As a ministry, we get for give credit to we past minister then, we past predecessors them. Then since within the Ministry of Trade and Industry, we for formulate another directorate. We been get 3 directors them, directorate. Then come up with a 4th one, where they call standards and compliance. From the word standards and compliance, it means that this directorate they're responsible for any goods that way they out there in the market. The expiration date, Then good they are, then fine for the consumers. Na tiwa for it, na tiwa go give me sickness. Na iron rod, na the correct size this, na the correct length this. If I buy and waiting go happen. So within the ministry, we also get the standards and compliance. So we get standards bureau, we get standards and compliance. When are they there for monitor the work of all the agency there? So that the agency then go able for carry, then work them. At the end of the day, we in the ministry, we go able for say, we don't accomplish, we goals them. So, what thing can happen? We come in, me and me minister, July of last year. We still say, we can meet problem there with substandard iron rod. So what do we do as a ministry? We call out and reach out to make una listen, so that for say Ministry of Trade and Industry, they do nothing. Make una know today the work where we don't do as a ministry. We call a meeting with the iron rod importers them. We call a meeting with the store owners them. We call a meeting with all the relevant MDAs them. Other ministries them, where we not say get for do with safety and security. The first thing as a ministry, we to tell the iron rod people there, iron rod importers, for say we don't understand say there are so much of substandard iron rod in the market, and therefore stop the importation of the iron rod here. Then listen to we, then self-talk and say yes, then go do waiting at the needful. But then we don't get some stock level them. So, we let Uncle understand, say, some of them still, they continue with this substandard iron rod in the market. So what do we do as a ministry? With the help of Standards Bureau, NCPC, and Standards and Compliance. First of all, we close 3 shop them. Later on, we go close 7. Together, we don't close 10 shop them. Then we invite them for come back. We say, we don't tell una for stop them here. They say, well, we don't order some of, we get some of them stock there. So then we tell them, say, moving forward, as a ministry, we don't want them substandard goods they are sold at the market, and we they focus on quality iron rod then at the market, because we believe in mortal man in safety, and we stand there for work under the government, for support the government. So we say one thing where we they do under the Ministry of Trade and Industry for stop all this iron rod issue. Now for make any of the iron rod importers in there, where you want for import iron rod, you for come first na the ministry. The ministry come up with a licensure where go be a certificate of recognition, so that you they can tell we now say, I want for import such and such iron rod, the length, the size, and everything. The one that we now the iron rod experts, then we can't tell you about the size and length, you know. So they say we tell them all that one day. So therefore now, then take her now for say, we then for Canada the ministry for can show we waiting the one imports. And we issue them this certificate of recognition. Before, then they go import the iron rod. Then, when they don't do the importation, when they bring the iron rod them at the port of entry, Standards Bureau, NCPC, and Standards and Compliance, then go then at that point of entry for verify. Waiting them, we don't tell we say then they order. Waiting and they import. For make sure say yes, na in them bring can. So that na then they we go put na the market. The Ministry of Trade and Industry don't all meeting them for engage them and bring the awareness to them. And then they comply with we. Some will even levy fines of them, where then take the money, then put under the consolidated funds. So we not just sit on so as ministry. We even they work with other ministry, the Ministry of Lands, going to the area of Kongoton or the other building there. Ministry of Lands, for God's sake, don't tell them people here, for let them stop for continue with the construction of that building there. We always sit on go agree say, if you don't build a building 10 years ago, then today you say, I want to put another floor. Next tomorrow, you want to put another floor, another story. It go collapse. Number one, you don't even know the foundation, how them be maker. Now, foundation was strong enough for take 5, 6. And it's not only about iron rod. Not iron rod, no more they billows. The engineer says, now some people and they use family member. Then they use neighbor there. And another person build for me, then it's an engineer today. You know, get no qualification for can build the house. But wait till we they say now, yeah. Ministry of Lands don't stop all them building and they for continue. But yet still, with people in Triangayes. And they continue. Just for that, they go give bad name to the government. And we get a president who care for his citizens them. Otherwise, you not go from NCPC for so now go there for they go care when I complain there.
All right, Minister. Thank you. I know say you're very passionate about this issue, but I want for bring and come back home. One thing I know say cabinets don't also do, especially on this iron road issue. Now for address so that we not just rely on importation, but we get local production. I know say there's a company. Maybe just take a minute and just give an update on what we expect and when we go begin for produce we own steel in salon.
Thank you so much again, we are able minister. At the Ministry of Trade and Industry, we not only don't bring the iron rod people and we MDS them to let we all work and coordinate together. As a ministry, as the minister say, we don't present a cabinet paper, we don't get approval. Odav company, as we they talk so, anywhere where they around the Songo area, they don't the building on about 98% ready. So that this iron rod issue will stop. We safe locally, they can begin produce real iron rod and still bust them. And by the end of this year, the Ministry of Trade and Industry will commission that. So that's not a plus. And that's not waiting President Bio talk about human capital development. That's not waiting President Bio talk about infrastructure. So the ministry not just sit on so. And I also want to make something clear now. The people where they go, we know say we get the trade monitors them, we get the consumer inspectors them. Where yes, now the rights for go out now the sites for go they go monitor. Una not go believe say some man they come out. Then they go impersonate in the Ministry of Trade and Industry and they come out. I can also for can monitor. Pan lie. Waiting at the action where the ministry don't take. The ministry now we go through NCRA. We now get ID card and we link with NACRA. We get a barcode and once say boku thank you to NCRA boss, Masakoi. For what he do, they all get ID card. So for say you they go out there na the market, you they go say okay now Ministry of Trade and come out, for go give lie information. But we want for tell the citizens there, we want reassure now for say the Ministry of Trade and Industry. They do everything where it take for make sure the safety of people and the citizens them paramount. We want for make una continue for trust we. Make una continue for get faith in we get a very effective team where we they work together for push the work of the president before.
Thank you.
So I believe, I will stop here for now. No, so Mr.
Yes,
Minister.
yes, and we will come back. Thank you very much to the very dynamic Deputy Minister of Trade, one of the current Acting Minister of Trade and Industry for the Republic of Salone. Not just passion, but fact. The steps in which the government of Salone don't take. One, for address the reality, say yes, substandard goods are in the market, but first at an institutional level, within government don't do. Create new institutions, empower these institutions to do their work. The Ministry of Trade and Industry gets a whole directorate where they support this. But they're not just left at that, minister. They bring everybody in the sector together. They read what Mango called the Riot Act. They say, hey, when I get this, there are problems in this sector, you need to stop. The one they will refuse, they acted. Then close some of them shop, then they don't. We get some of who get calls, people that they call, hey, I'm a shop, they don't close. But they took action. So importantly for people to know. And then this enrolled problem, part of it is we always use the rely and look at the outside. The government of Salone attract the right investor. We don't can open waiting for be a state-of-the-art facility in Asongonaya. So that for the first time in the history of this country, we will produce with high quality steel, we will go verify, and we will go in the market, and we will protect. So we address this problem at every single level. And I want to commend you in the fantastic team. I see the distinguished peers as well from the ministry, as well there for the work we want to do. Now I come to you, Mr. Ba, from the Standards Bureau. One question we people don't ask a lot in this conversation is, I mean, we get Standards Bureau. What's in them they do? How una they do una your work? Explain to family, because I think sometimes too there's some misunderstanding on what's in our mandates, what's in our work, what's in our capacity for do that work day. Whether now every good way they can at the country, every way they can at the country, when I get some machine, when I the tester, when I get clearance, so you finally fumble. You know, this is an opportunity not just for public information, but for civic education. So I'll give you some time, make you break it down for fumble them.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Colleagues and the press, the Sierra Leone Standards Bureau, now one of the institutions where government creates for me to do 4 big activities. One, for me to develop standards for goods and services inside the country. Then 2, for me to do tests for goods where they come inside the country, for goods where they left inside the country, or we call them products. 3, for me to do metrology activity, what we call measurement, for check all instruments that are in the channel of trade. If they give the exact measurement, the exact number, if for instance you go buy 1 pound beef, if I show you 1 pound beef, then are there instruments in there, or the petrol pumps, or even within the industry, for me to be able to produce quality product, particularly local industries, they need for check their machines so that what they put as a production, they will get the output out as a better quality product. That's now one aspect. Then the other one, which we call certification, now one of the aspects wherein we can able certified, 1, any product we then produce in the country. Then 2, any organization who want check for say that organization will do efficient work, we get what we call a management system certification. That then they do the internet. Now these are the categories that we don't put as we mandate, and this government don't give it. Now standards what government will create now for all the economic sector. That makes standards be cut across the ministries. And because of that, we don't just sit down on we own for so we just develop standard. We then look at each economic sector, we collaborate with that particular department or ministries so that we'll be able to come with a standard for the country. And as I speak to you presently, we get over 500 standards we don't develop in this country. And because of that, we realize even with testing facility we don't get in the bureau, we get a well-developed food lab where they do food test, wearing for check there, tumbu, what they call it in English, microorganisms. Then at the same time, even for look for them small poison, like heavy metal, is that per food. Then sometimes you mistakenly, you go and export your product, you go spray tox, insecticides, and then they enter the product you are exported affect you. We they check for that element they know they call pesticide residue. So all this we do per food. Now, when you come to non-food, we get some serious challenges there because what we check by the non-food presently, capacity in 100% then a petrol. All petroleum products, we check on 100%. But because we act, should we say, we forget more labs, and for create one lab, a beaucoup money. Government not get a beaucoup money for sit down for create all the labs them. Because who they talk about products here or goods, we talk of millions of certain different products them. So with the wisdom of the ministry, they say, we come to a private-public partnership agreement with integrated trade services. So recently, with the leadership and wisdom of His Excellency, they will approve a cabinet paper for me and give the go-ahead. For we come, we roll out a scheme, what we call the consignment-based conformity assessment program. This particular program that all the labs will not get in a salon for now, that any product who want come in a salon, we designate labs them out. Where if you not do the test through them labs and you know they will face kind of product in a salon. So that we will reduce the level of substandard products where they enter inside the country. And the target we will look at, we will at least one face account force to 20% before we say we go to zero level. So this is one program where the government don't do for we.
When this program they kick in, Mr. Bang?
This program they kick in 1st January 2025 because you get a lot of engagement with the labs out there so that and then we get forget again one of the stakeholder engagement and through your office we get for come back now for talk with all the stakeholders made them know say this program here for kick up. That's now one. Then in terms of we exercise in standards development, we don't for any building material so far we don't develop the standards and we not do them with we alone. We do them with the Israeli Institution of Engineers, they're part of the technical committee. We do them with Minister of Works and Housing, they were part of the technical committee. So the Standards Bureau position itself for come out with a national standard will for be acceptable for all man, which we don't do, and that now it left now to them bodies they have for me to implement some of the standards them. So because of that, we don't even try for see how we will come out with a building code, the way forward we minister the acts, when at the next step, because we get old building codes which we don't put under review. Some of them, the big pass me and minister and myself, they're old building codes. And that one face and come to the modern trend. But the issue of the iron rods, We don't do that a long time ago in the sense that we don't take up the tax from 2019 to currently. We don't ensure say that even the importers, they are aware of the standard for iron rods, and then at the same time, we even don't paste all the standards in the warehouses, so that even the dealer where they go buy will see the standard and he apply the standard to a marketplace. So far, as a bureau, we don't do a lot in the sense that we don't even go extra mile for come out with programs where we will reduce the level of substandard what they can inside the country. And for now, we operate 4 labs. We get the food, 1 or 2 labs. We get the petroleum lab. Then we get the mass metrology lab, where they check all measurements of equipment in the country. But very soon, we advance to another 2 more labs who we get, who for come, because particularly we realize during the COVID period, we see the essence of temperature monitoring. And that make government with donor partners, we work on the program where we can set up a temperature lab so that even that gun where they can check your forehead, where they read the temperature, we're able to calibrate them. And even the temperature at the hospital, that body thermometer they give, what doctor they put, so that doctor go able to give informed decision of which kind of medication for you, we go able to calibrate them. So, and then labs in they come up and running before the end of 2025. So, Mr. Minister, I can stop here first.
You know, difference there is information is such a powerful weapon. If you listen to social media no more, you go feel say something and nothing will happen. Not so. But when you sit down, you listen to the man go through all the various technical, rigorous work where they don't do when they put in place. Yes, perfect. Yes, by all means, we not get everything right. In fact, they get a new leadership. Right now at the Standards Bureau for acknowledge the Executive Director, Dr. Sam, they are with me. Thank you very much for there. In just don't take over the position and then I get for deal with this, but I see he's handling it with aplomb. So, Mr. Ba, before I left you for go, I want just for get a very direct question because one part of it I can try for doing this press conference now for channel the public concern and the question and give you an opportunity for response. Some of them building I mentioned just now, when they collapse, everybody say, some people post on social media, some prominent Sierra Leoneans as well. Legitimately, some of them say, well, we never question whether Standards Bureau they doing work, whether not there iron road problem here, or the building, or the mixture, and all of that. You mentioned so now we don't develop standard for iron roads. Just talk specifically to it, because I know so when I can join NDMA now. I think this last building, I think Minister of Trade, they all been good with Tuna. Waiting now on our own finding so far, and waiting on they do now for make sure say the pathway tied to Standards Bureau on our own mandates. We address them so we will protect lives and property. I think it's important for you address them directly.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Minister. Now, for the iron rods, when we develop the standard, like I say, Standards Bureau not alone, now with all the professional bodies. In fact, Standards Bureau ensures itself they even play a role in the development of the regulation where the Professional Engineering Regulation Act 2022, where for able supervise all engineering activities in this country. In the sense that whether you're a mason, civil builder, you name it, as long as you're in that building sector or engineering sector, this body are able to regulate. And based on that, we able to come out with all the standards for the iron rod. Mr. Minister, maybe permit me give you small gist on the length. Now, like the quarter rod, The full length na 40 feet. Then the diameter for be 6 millimeter. Then if you were to go by the 1 ton, they forgive 377 pieces. If you count, I forgive you 377 pieces. Now, like the half inch, 12, the full length 40, then the diameter na 12 meters, then the length na 40, and then the pieces would have forgiven na 94. 94 pieces. We don't paste this from 2019 to all the warehouses. And even the engineering forum, then get this. All the professional bodies, then get this. Now,
No need for council, we'll all talk, help on push on forward.
thank you, sir. So, the final say, we get even the 5'8", 16 millimeter, 40, the full length, therefore supply 53 pieces for you the 1 ton. Now, during the 2019 to date, where we look, we find out, say, small variation in terms of the full length, because they belong, most of the dealers and they don't break out them in the open ship as bulk. They break out them on container. So because they break out on container, they break cut 2 feet out. So what do? We take that calculation there, like the half inch. Because they cut up to 4 feet, the half inch they come at 36 feet, then they're supposed to give you 102. So we ensure, see, we do all the necessary engineering. I know they talk anything but engineering business, because we get the back end, which we do with them. So all thing we do, we paste this
Mr.
right round. Then now on the
Wait. If these are the rules, people in ordinary people, when me go buy a road, myself now the bills. It's make I talk this now for way. I don't know for Bill Mills, journalists and go put say this man. I don't do Bill Mills 5 years now. So now for know that. You the citizen, you go buy. Me don't know this information. I buy then give me less products, or then give me waiting and give me no more. I go supply you. Me na layman. How wanna they enforce?
now the enforcement here they in 2 ways, sir. One, we will expect the professional engineering regulatory council for take a step, because they are involved in this development of the before the advent of the Consumer Commission.
The council are next.
So now, for do this enforcement, then supply you less, you get right to face the matter to the Consumer Commission, because we all are consumer, then for take up the matter. Then at the same time, on the legal metrology, with the part of we act, we can take matter together with the Consumer Commission so that we go prosecute the matter to court. Because we own act, say anything what we do, you forget and go to the court.
So una no get power like a Minister of Trade, they may go shots, then shop them down. Una no get that power there.
We get that power in industries.
But look, no, I want to focus on our road, because now these people they care about it now.
Yes.
So as if it concerns to the building material the way it come by our road, una no get the power for shots down this, for go lock the shop, like how the Honorable Minister and the Ministry been do.
No.
I just want for the people to understand who's on a power tap.
No, we get power for lock one to like tradings. Now make us say so power day and like industries.
So but they ask for the person where they sell now, we mean that they go buy where they supply me.
Well, that's one I make them send to the Consumer Commission Protection.
Okay, so una your power not the day.
Yes.
All right, solo council, Mr. Bassi. Mr. Bassi, thank you for your patience. This would they make sure say we choreograph this and really post properly. So let's talk about your institution, Consumer Protection Commission. Waiting on your mandate, Wait see una they do, and I want while you they provide the overall mandates quickly and una function, let bring come back to this conversation who they get. If me don't go buy me I road, they sell to me, waiting, they sell to me, I find out say, hey, nah, they don't ask me, I go up. Waiting at the sanctions, waiting what they do, who that they go to, and how you they help me.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Fourth Estate guests, honorable ministers. I'm glad you give me the floor. I think this is a very interesting conversation, guaranteeing quality products in Sierra Leone. What needs to be done? I think for me, my understanding of this, it go over and beyond iron rods, but I'll be coming to that. I'll go come to that. Now, the National Consumer Protection Commission, a transformative initiative by His Excellency, the President, Brigadier Retired Dr. Julius Madabio. Basically, it aligns them to human capital development because any country will not put consumer protection at the center of things, definitely not get an economy right, stable, or in fact, there will be little or no economic growth. So the consumer is very, very important. So we established by the Consumer Protection Act of 2020, and you get subsection 319 established the commission. It established as a corporate entity with succession, it can get property, it can move property, etc., etc. But we mandate very simple. One, we suppose for the monitor consumer markets for unfair trade practices and bring them to the attention of the ministry and provide remedial measures for make sure that not happen. We also for conduct research on consumer protection policies and make appropriate recommendations. But more importantly, we suppose for educate the consumers about their rights and obligations. We don't do. Quite apart from that, we're not just coming. We're not the newest commission, but I can tell you, say we're not one of the commission when it comes into being like the born baby. We come with it right away. Like when you say, oh, you get for sit down force, you creep, then you work out. We begin bets from the day we established just in December 2023. Because of that, we were very, very proactive, Honorable Minister. Me and my field staff, we work on intelligence. We went to Waterloo. In fact, there were trucks with iron rods from neighboring countries. We go to the shop, we go with standards bureau, standards and compliance, we measure them, and we find out that the roads and they not even can near the standards who they expect in the country. So what did we do? We get signed a law, we give certain powers. And I use section 32 of my law because they violate 46(1), where you're not supposed to give a consumer something we're not correct, or within defect or substandard. So I use that, I contact with adjudicator, with the help of my minister, we close down 3 shops and we find them. So for me, that was a deterrent. In Otapri, we mandate also go for look at consumables, food products. I should say when all agree with me, you go to some supermarkets, you see so many expired products. So we do a massive raid on the spot check, Monopic supermarket, this supermarket, Goodies supermarket. So nothing we don't do constantly. And if you go to my office now, I get a lot of expired products within my office where we don't pull off the shelves. And I think the Ministry of Trade in that direction, they do very well. It continues, of course, say a resource intensive, but notwithstanding that, with the little money where we get, we try for make sure, we do them things that they in the interest of every Sierra Leonean. Because at the end of the day, if we're not able to get on our money's worth, value for money, then of course our economy will get problem. I think I want to touch on this iron rod issue slightly. Yes, I hear the UN crying on social media, but and at the iron rod, now they make hosts then collapse. I want to say every host or construction get your own peculiarity. If you put the host, for instance, now hill, they not do the fluid solidity. You not do the test. The design not correct for that kind of area. It let you put 400 iron rod, they go steal for them. Quite apart from that, you get people that were the technical people that were supposed for the checkpoints, but then call and testing. You not just the float host today, you begin add the block tomorrow.
What are the technical people here?
No, engineers, so-called engineers.
Yeah, but we get the theory, then the facts. I think the minister now say, some man with the bills, he get one in cousin, he say, na cousin, I mean bill house for that person, they go call he come. If most houses in a salary with the bill, you say contractor, we not get architects, we not get engineer, now one contractor, now they call, we get the money, he do them. But the role of we in our government, we all within here, now for stop people them from even doing harm to themselves. So we say we for check the quality, we see people and do for check the quality within the government's infrastructure. Now, what are your responsibility?
Well, me not a structural engineer. I just know materials or aggregates where then they use for billows should be tested. I should say me brother from Standards Bureau go tell me that.
You need to explain that as well.
Yeah, would I in responsibility? I think that they beyond me remit for this press conference.
Okay.
Me not a structural engineer. But there are other things we're responsible for building in collapse, and substandard material also involved. Yeah, but I think at this stage, what I go on for suggest
the quality of the mixture.
Exactly. Then they be weight. So it gets boku thing there where they make building collapse. So I think let we just wait for the report then. Waiting the experts then they say, then we take a cue from there. I just want to mention some other thing quickly before I go, since una offer me this opportunity. Una know say when you buy something in a shop, you like fridge, television, in work for 30 days. They law give you permission 47.2 of we law for return and back. You for return them because in work, and then for make a refund to you.
So, wait, Mr. Bassi.
Yes.
This talk here, we all will get interested inside this talk. We all don't pass up our way. We all, whether you're a journalist or not, they don't pass up our way. You go buy some products, I see go now host number make food. So you they say now for packing that product to go. Then store the way they say, once if you don't care and go,
30 days.
You don't outside again. That's what they can say, you know so. Yeah. So you they say now if you can go there for all them.
47 took you the right today, sir.
And even all I wait for do. No call you.
Lay complain.
To you.
Commission. Yes, sir.
All right. When I get short code.
I will give you with contact.
Okay, because we need that complaint they will get for work to now.
Good.
Anything we get for deal with public complaints, you know, for be number one for crime. It for be 818, 800, 111. So we're going to call you every day because right now I don't say if I send all man I call. All man get no so. All man get half complaint go buy some so no work, eh? So
okay,
go ahead.
So Minister, I think this is comforting for me because one thing we don't see, most people before they go complain to the commission on social media, then they post.
Yeah, then they make because we not get it, they not get the platform, they not get the information.
So now the information they give now. Good. Yeah, I don't they do them, but I think we need for continue for do them. Then you know say if they give misleading information about a product, for Leo you for buy them, a punishable by law. When the thing like then they advertise this water, not only correcting them, they tell you they advertise wrong, a punishable by law.
But what's not the punishment? How do they complain?
The punishment, it can be administrative action. It can be.
So we go complain. So you say they advertise say this thing at top quality, but as I get a cut, so I lay complain to you.
You punishable, sir.
You they punish them.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Do you know that if you are not satisfied with goods or services paid for, you have a right to make a complaint to the commission to seek redress?
Services?
Yes.
So if I go for let them go do me manicure and pedicure,
yes.
Then go then treat me some guy with the service not good. I can call you say that particular place and customer service and not sober. You punish them.
No, Minister, you can lay complaint.
Now they say,
we
but then when I go.
Yes.
Okay, so side for lay complaint for that day.
Yes.
Then hotel the walking go. Then beach resorts the walking go.
Yeah.
Then they charge you boku money. One particular notorious one day. Where they go, they charge you boku money. Where go they? The room they now so this, the glass they broke, this the commodities, the food they treat you. Who for call you?
Lay complaint, sir.
Hey, this game here, I don't be go. All right, so let you finish.
Okay, thank you. I think I want to join me, Minister, for say to the people of Sierra Leone, there is hope. You know, this is not a transformative initiative. It not been there, and not go done without an member people that have been they do the work before. You get civil society groups, We not just come over, we push them over the window. We dey work with them. But albeit, we dey try to make sure say sanity dey in that space stay. Me and you know, but couldn't be happen. But not so I go can't talk. But you know, hope that we are working together. And we dey work with other statutory body them. For instance, we get an MOU with Standards Bureau. Because if you don't get standard, whose kind of compliance will you check for? So there has to be a standard. So they are enrolled. Then set the standard, and I make we know say infractions or violations. Minister, I think let's appear for now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bassi. I want to tell you plenty thank you for your landing. I want to tell you plenty thank you for the information. I think this example too, again, public information, very important. All the good work they do so now, all they do. If people don't know, they don't know. And then we'll continue for skits like say government not care. But here we don't hear a president will get a vision for protecting citizens. A ministry of trade where they go out in the streets, where they set standards, we don't create functional institutions. A standards bureau, we don't create over 500 standards. So you say 500 different standards. Then, just last year, His Excellency don't set up a commission. Who go for the go complaint to say there are the complaint say yeah better ma. Cause me no more waste done I get plenty complaint. From last weekend said I get complaint. As you don't Mr. Bassi, I dey lay me on first complaint to you first. Because now so this country go better. It go function where we all do a job, we get institutions them, where we go to the institutions, they act, we come back here, we report, say of all the complaints they would lay, now so and so step they will not take. So we need for continue that kind of conversation here. Now I can't now, but before I do, we don't get questions that will come online. So make I ask first the question, then I can't now. I will give you 2 minutes for the question, so we'll get enough time for the journalists them. Madam Minister, I just read you 2 questions. All my own, they are given at the 2 minutes for ask. Madam Minister, the question say how effective the trade sector. By the way, for people who don't know, the platform for you for send question into the Ministry of Information at 818 is now available toll free every single network. It doesn't cost you any money. You dial 818, you question the country, and my commitment that I will read all on our questions. So always send your question ahead of time. We'll get ready now. How effective the trade sector? Then somebody say want to know how the system they work. Somebody they ask whether we still get trade inspectors and rights now for check price control. Mr. Bassi, your question say how functional you bureau. I think some of them question had already alluded to, and I make I say just briefly. And then they ask about if we get border protection agencies and at all entry points and for collaborate for prevent entry of drugs and fake goods. Okay, I guess you can. But that I go address as well. Standard Bureau then say which screening, inspection, law, process, procedure exists for checking imported goods for quality, safety, and authenticity. Whether would they effectively enforce? Whose law or policy exists for punish the importers that will bring substandard counterfeit goods into the country and effective with the import. So when all the question them, I will do sharp. So we'll get the journalists a chance. But I mean, start 2 minutes. Use your mic.
Thank you again to Minister. And also I get 2 minutes. But I believe say the first part of the question, how effective with trade sector. By me opening statements, highlight all the good work where the Ministry of Trade don't they do. As a ministry, we don't make sure say, not only in terms of the policy what we suppose for they do and the formulation of the programs them, we the day on top of things with we agency them. We bring in 2 agencies now today, but we get other agency them. We are effective even in the area of petroleum, where people they get concerned about fuel. We now they enjoy for CC, even the fuel price in terms of the petrol and the diesel, all they within the same standard. We also effective in the area of local produce, them local content, because Sierra Leone local content also fall under the Ministry of Trade and Industry. We they see in terms of PMB, Sierra Leone right now. Look at this, vegetable oil. Now they do lots of what? Exportation. You know that they bring income can at the country. You know, you talk about cashew nuts. So the trade sector at the Ministry of Trade, we are vibrant, we are effective, we are dynamic, we contribute a lot to the consolidated funds of the government and the leadership of His Excellency, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Madabio. And the system, they work. And one last thing I want to say, where you mentioned about the trade inspectors them.
Yes.
The trade, I want to get this. We get trade monitor and we get the trade inspectors them. The trade inspectors, they will call them consumer inspector. They fall under the NCPC, the National Consumer Protection Commission. And yes, then they do their work. They're new, but they are very effective. Now then the boss they send out there along with the trade monitor under the standards and compliance for go out there and then supermarket, now then shop here if they see anything. Make I tell you now how effective this Ministry of Trade be. We find out for say there were certain trade monitor there. We go out there, then go do things the way they're not supposed to do. The ministry don't waste time. The permanent secretary don't even waste time for me to send letters them to them for say effective immediately they have been terminated out of their jobs. And we send their information there to HRMO. About 4 of them, they are no longer within the trade and industry ministry. The trade monitor, the trade inspector, they all now get the ID badge. So that at least when they go out there, we know say they are part and parcel of the Ministry of Trade and Industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Permanent Secretary, Mr. Conde there, I know say we're very proud of the amazing work they do as well. And in your leadership, we want to commend them for that. Go ahead, Mr. Ba, quickly.
Okay.
They enforced the 2 minutes now because I really want to let them ask questions. Yes.
The screening of all products there. Indeed, we do some screening of all products there, particularly on the food side. We are doing screening because any food will come within the country. We take samples, particularly at the official borders for Wataki and Balamwea and Jendema. We take some samples and then we do screening on those products before the release. And I want to get clear, when I see any expired product within the country, not to the time of arrival. The time where they arrive, they need a good quality product. And the storage and other facilities then can normally deteriorate the quality aspect. Then for offenses, yes, we don't take series of actions. In fact, at one point, a petroleum product come, will not meet the standard of the country, we reject the boat. We not allow me discharge. We take steps. And another point again, we don't do on the rice. We come, we check them, we not meet the standard. We reject the rice.
Yes? Yes, come, we not meet standard.
Yes.
We not turn and go back.
Yes. We don't do that in 2008. I give the dates them, I get offered. We do that in 2008. And we even do that in 2017. Then for the boots, we do as fast to 2021. We will reject both them.
All right. So, Mr. Ba, one question about border. So also na the border crossing points them. When I get standard bureau facility, then they use for check products the way they can through the border.
Yes, we get in a Balamwea unit wherein we check the quality of the products the way they come.
Okay.
And mostly they can take samples for which we do analysis on that.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Ba. Mr. Bassi, quickly, your own question then. I think I've been the same question you already answered, but just quickly.
Maybe let's just what more power waiting Jogo say. We're able to call clarity of rules. At the border entry points and standards bureau, there are responsibility, not to NCPC. NCPC with a measure of compliance within the country. Anything they can at port of entry and entry and standards bureau. Secondly, somebody want to know whether laws then they for punish people the way they violate with laws. Yes, Lordy. But what you know want to do, you know want to use sledgehammer for kill businesses. I don't think that's what we want to do because we want to promote trade and commerce. So normally we get section 32 of we own law can say you begin a carrot and stick approach. Yeah, you can investigate the conduct of this unfair waiting. You call the person. We get dispute resolution committees. You talk to them. you can go another step for even issue them compliance notice, which we have done. We get series of them letters and then our office. We will keep in our archives. So if you not comply 1 or 2 terms, the next term we can issue a public warning to you. Yes, we issue a public warning. Finally, we get the mandate for even carry you go court.
Would they categorize, for example, quality, like in the West, you know, I live in New York, and then you go to a restaurant and say, this is not grade A restaurants based on sanitation quality, or this not B. We get that there as part of. So we go begin to say this place not grade C, we go there, they get umbele.
Honorable Minister, a law, when they make a law, they cover all aspects of which you go and let cover.
So no, we get
what we call regulations.
All right.
So now regulations go come after the law where they address the specific issues they are where you raise so at this point. Right. So yes, we can use the law for punish people.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Now on our turn. Let's see the hands. Oh wow. Okay. Still popular. All right. When I know the rules, the only star then I are the panelists. And then at the starting. And then no more they talk long. You are giving me mic. Your name, your institution, and straight to your question. No boku preface. Okay? Femi, I don't see you. You did number 1. But Kamara, you did number 2. That lady Biana, you did number 3. This other lady here, you did number 4. This gentleman, the number 5. Let's go quick. Start.
Very much, sir. I just want, because of opinion, and I don't really get vexed when I see there. People, no one do work in a salon, no one work. We have good laws in this country. We have policies. This is not news to me. Since we are born in this country, for say we get law way by television within 30 days if we can go. Who don't know? Whoever them born Africa, we no one they live up like we don't ever know. People need to work. It's not about salary increment. We need for work. Engage the media. It's sad. For over 40 years, woman, they say that first thing this born as a law, you don't go no side. They say that the first thing you get and it's really sad and shameful. People need for brace up. It's really sad.
Femi, wait the question.
Okay, sir. Sorry about that, sir. My question on that. You say, as you exactly say, you they take off the expire goods off the shelf. That was your statement, right? So now they stop, just off from the shelf.
All right.
Standards Bureau. You don't highlight everything when I get. See when I get this, when they in charge of fuel, rice. I want to know that both rice. Where when I return back, I want to know the name, the time, the year, and I want to see the delivery order. Done. Another one again. You say when I they in charge of.
Normally, now one question they give
yes, sir, please.
You don't take 2.
This is my first time, please, sir.
No. You don't take 2. We'll get past 15 questions. And
thank you, sir. But so people they need for do their work.
Thank you. We are Kamara, the number 2. Go.
Mohammed Kamara, The Watch, Sankara Media Platform.
All right, now listen, please. Go ahead.
Honorable Minister, end of the break, answer this question. Standard Bureau, now the weights and measures of the Minister of Trade and Industry, and give back to the Standard Bureau. The late 90s, we get the Consumer Protection Agency, units, Consumer Protection Welfare, Consumer Protection Association. The former government of Anes Kuruma do something about consummation in this country, but never came into law in 2016. President Bio came into law in 2020. But there was a problem, sir. If the pharmaceutical pharmacy and the police transnational, they all goods them, go born, they call the media, they present, they will all see almost equal cost. The doctors now, they accuse the Standard Bureau, the Ministry of Trade and Industry, the monitors there, as he say, they corrupt say, Standard Bureau, they contribute to more than 39% of all infectious diseases that kill people in this country. Can I ask Mr. Chairman? Mr. Chairman, what will they hold the goods them? You say get in a store. When did you call the media for them to see what you are all? When did you call on the public attention for let them take care of buy this product? Because when did you tell us that this is a product that's also country come up for protection?
All right,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you. Number 3 is a young journalist there, the lady. Yes.
Maria Mabundu, the report for News Times Daily. I want to know, Mrs. Minister or
Madam Minister.
Madam Minister, I want to know them and what the way una don't close. We say they don't close then shop then they 10. They imported one day now where they no good. Una get for still selling to the public or una they put there one day until the quality on then come na the country.
All right. Number 4.
Good afternoon, Isabella. Standing Voices Online TV. Me, I want for now the monitor them products there, the local product them because me, I don't charm and treat and paddy sardine. Paddy sardine.
Paddy sardine?
Yes, I don't charm and treat.
You get local treat you
paddy sardine. Done. Why make prices then by area? If Congo market sell Kanda 10,000, we can put a wood. Now 30,000 for Kanda. So I want.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think the last question been there, number 5. Yes. No, this is bad. Sorry. Now journalists they give priority for it. I beg. Yeah. Yes.
Ibrahim Sarah Sisi, Voice of Salon Radio.
Yeah.
And the Consumer Protection Commission and also Standard Bureau, in the area of expired products, really been the try for see when not to win in Canada the country. But we don't see then they go dispose expired products now and boom. Waiting and the Standard Bureau they do and also the Consumer Protection Commission because then food they are then they at high risk at this particular moment where the country they so now, more especially the egg.
So I guess you know how then they dispose of them products then they know so and how they monitor. All right, good. Fascinating conversation. The reason we make a particular elect today is that this is not an issue that we all. And you can feel the energy and the passion of the room. I don't say I can time for cuts now off, but now on our rights as citizens for express. So we as public officials, how would they feel? How would they feel? The question then that expired, you say you get expired goods in your office. Femi want to know if not did it. What you do after that? Mr. Ba, then ship the week come, we will not be turned away. You don't give me the date. Femi wants to know a little bit more information. I will encourage Femi for actually go to the Standard Bureau and ask this information. I'm sure they will provide. You can copy and I will make sure say you get that information in detail because I'm not sure say you get all the detail now. Yeah. But I will assure you say I will follow up on that. In terms of the monitoring, one big question in general, and some people already express. Una they call the media, who they go do them here, who they go check, who they verify, how will they work together for make sure say this platform here will get alone. We always report people for no say it's not just what you do, but what you are seen to doing. Very, very important for the public, for sure. So I will all comments on that. And also you particularly can always call where you go out. Very important question from the young journalists. The IRO, the owner say na been substandard and shorts them. Waiting happen to the IRO then they. We sell them, we allow them sell them, we don't destroy them. Waiting at the law, waiting at the provision, and people want to know. I think it's a legitimate question. And how would they monitor? Then my sister say, because in don't charm Sansan. But the more he also asked this question about price by neighborhood. Say why make Kanda for dia na Kanike, pass idea na Kisi Road. How? And then how they dispose of expired products. So a lot of really interesting questions. We'll not get better time. So I will ask you now for answer the question. Be very direct. I'll start with you this time. Yes.
Let's help me, thank you. Femi say, how in done 40 years, not be no say he can return television way by way not working 30 days. Femi, this law a new law. This law came into being in 2020. Then call it Consumer Protection Act. They not set up the commission say 2023. Yeah, so probably there's a paucity of information between that period. Now I make would come out to the public for engage for tell una say them day. So to no fault of the CEO or any of his staff, but be rest assured, any information we una need for know, we'll use this platform for you now. Your next concern have been the expired product. Sometimes not only like a cartoons, 40, 50 cartoons you see. Sometimes are 2-3 violations. Then in our office, and there is a process for disposal of them. We involve the Standards Bureau, ONS, and all of those. So when we say it in our office, that not mean say we intend for keep them. Rest assured, all they destroy them, we go make a known to the fourth estate. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Mr. Bala, come to you next, because there are quite a few questions about for you as well. The minister will wrap up this round, yes.
Okay, we go request the journalist may go na Standards Bureau. We go provide them the details because for ships they will return. The moment we instruct the port authority for say we not go allow this ship, they not allow me offload. They make I go. So and we get the details on that. Now on the expired product, how do they dispose of them? First of all, before we say this product expired, particularly on food, we do the analysis, we back as an evidence, and then not to one stakeholder involved in the process of disposal of expired product. You get Ministry of Health, it inside the Public Health Act, for say any food we want placed on the market must be safe and sound. Then you can get enough Standards Bureau for say products for good at the market for most compliance to the national standard. Then you get now environmental protection law. We'll see for anything we want to dispose, you must consult them for me to see the nature and how they go dispose the particular product. So why make a call all that? That they should see you get series of stakeholders were involved. Now they decision they take as far as to ONS level before they dispose.
But who say when they dispose? Because allegation be non beats they say we go dump goods in a bomb. And we dump them there, people they go take them and bring and come back to poor family then them poor communities. And sell and they tell me we don't see that the chicken, not so. There was that famous chicken where give people them. So if I don't get clarity, I normally just answer this question pantap. No answer and direct. So we no doubts no go left now today. Turn the mic on. Go ahead.
Yes. The body.
Try again.
The body will take. The body will take the lead for any disposal of product. And this country, the Ministry of Health and the Environmental Protection Agency, it is inside the law. So we now for just provide analysis for
Okay. I understand. Mm-hmm. You answer now that's not to own our job than
not to own job
in our Ministry of Health. So when we next we get Ministry of Health now, we will clarify that because a parts of the triangle and there are things that were important for us to clarify. Okay, cool. I think there was one more question for you about, okay, you don't know how the big question where I think Mr. Kamal have asked is, what would they go do their monitoring here? How would they make sure say that process is transparent and include the media? And we waiting at the fourth estate information sector. Would they go no more on your mongbang or anytime would they go, would they include journalists, bloggers, Ministry of Information, reports on them, see how they happen.
The mostly what we talk about we analysis, we inspection analysis. Now the test we conduct now laboratory. Now they give we the informed decision for say, Honorable Minister, this particular water I guess so problem, they need for go stop them. Now so we go take sample. You get for go do the analysis now the lab. Now the lab then they tell we
Well, like una they go now, una don't do just analysis. Like one they go for good shots, they shop them down now. And CPCC now all go with una they go, una they take journalists with una go see say being this particular store na in journalists and they with una.
In terms of inspection activities, because the mandates them, but all of them get inspection, not to Standards Bureau alone they go.
Not on the lead, na Ministry of.
Yes, we all they go together.
Okay, clear. Thank you. Madam Minister, so this question of transparency, very important. How they do this, and then whether would they sell the substandard products, and then this question of price control. So touch on that one in the quickly. So we'll do one more round of question.
Okay, one say thank you to all the one that will ask the question. But one thing we me want for tell una, President being government, we know they work silo. Something happen within the Ministry of Trade, no mean saying a Ministry of Trade they want gain and that area day. We don't hear from the other panelists them in terms of how we they confiscate their iron rod or their substandard goods there. Where we they do as a government, not a one grain ministry they involve. So we they inform the necessary ministry them where them now then they in charge, not a one person get for go team up there for say okay now this. And most of the time where Ministry of Trade, and mostly the minister he authorized me for go out there. We get the Minister of Information, then when me they go out there, and then they go me one grain. Some of me team then I also the bloggers then, the journalists them, when I sit down I don't see we in social media. And they inform Uda President you say where you get see where one let the public know about, contact the Ministry of Information. And they inform so that then they deal with we. So whatsoever have been the problem with Standards Bureau, whatsoever NCPC don't go collect out there, whatsoever standards and compliance don't go collect out there, we as the ministry, we they call Ministry of Information, along with we bloggers them, along with we journalists them, we team with they out there, which una don't see it all over social media as to how Ministry of Trade they handle various situations. Somebody mentioned about prices, you know, how we they do prices. President being government is so effective that what do we get? We get what we call essential commodity them on a weekly basis. We get the Economic Management Committee. Any ministry for do with economy, including the finance, NRA, the MDS, then they meet on a weekly basis. Because we get for showcase and make the waiting the president wants for make we do that one day. So we get a price formula. A price formula, not just prices of good. Price formula we're going to tell you for this week. Because things and they change. Waiting will be the price of rest. And even the rest will get different type of rest. Waiting parboil rest go cost different from waiting jasmine rest go cost. You know, and we they see waiting don't happen safe. Even about so people like me they complain about now cheap na market stay. So for say price kanda I I call them some more say na bo then but the kanda price na ya is different. You know, okay, do you una listen una want the information not so. I mean a teacher why they talk people are for listen. You know, I know say una so tell una thank you, you know, now because una so passionate. We just assure us as a ministry, we acknowledge all una concerns them. We continue for work and we go do better. There is always room for improvement.
Thank you.
We go do that day. If una one day we bring all the bloggers them. Me and they work out 1, 2, 3. Una they see on social media. Next time we go increase the number of bloggers, journalists, everything for make una go come. I wanna come, we go call una law una come. Because some of the information where some of una they say na today una get them. It's fine. Somebody mentioned about sardine, the waiting self, in jam salt or waiting sansan, pani sardine, you know. You don't get now the place who say you for complain.
Yes.
If you not be know
it.
about NCPC, National Consumer Protection Commission, now you know. Now new agency. Now because President believe for say safety is paramount for the lives of the citizens of Sierra Leone.
Minister.
Call CEO Bassi with all your complaints and your grievances. Thank you very much.
This question of the iron rod, then we say they're substandard. Do we sell them or una? Government they do. So we acknowledge say yes, substandard iron rod, and they would have been shot some office then done, some shop them. Then shop then they may still getting substandard iron rod, waiting at the advice we wanna give them and waiting at the steps we wanna take. We allow them and sell them or not? People want to know. So wanna all be involved in this particular one. Waiting at the step we wanna take, Mr. Bang.
The step we take in terms of the iron rods, now we realize most of the substandard iron rods they would not enter. You know they would destroy and presently at the country until now. Wait for me.
Allow him for answer the question, okay? Yeah.
We get this new steel industry at Songo.
Odav.
We now then get the energy where they go to melt the iron rod. That's now one possibility we will look at. Then the other second possibility is for meet with the professional engineers for see if the diameter of the iron rods they will don't detect, they not reach, where they look substandard, they not reach 30. What thing will be the aggregate level where you go to put by a building so that they go to educate the public so that they go now know say instead of you put 4 iron rods, sometimes go put 6 or 7 or 8 base so that you go to get the load where you go to put for the building. So now on the two solutions there we look at. But the one who more certain is because that factory there, if you don't, it will melt the iron rod, then the more certain. But
all right, so very clear response. Thank you very much, Mr. Ba. Thank you, the Honorable Deputy Minister, Acting Minister, and thank you to Mr. Bassi. We'll do the last and final rounds of questions. So put up your hand now, and then I decide on the top 5. Where the 5 answered on, we'll go sleep after that. All right, school. Bassi, the hand will be up earlier on. I look for the woman the hand. Okay, one woman I asked, so it will do number 1. Number 2. Number 3, no. The man way they be in, the one way I know they see fine. Nah. Yes, number 4, number 5 to you, 5. So now they will go today. Go ahead, ma'am. Yes.
Good afternoon to everybody. Mina Esther Gina Ali, the National President for Traders. My question go direct to Mr. Ba. You say the higher road.
So Mr. Ba there. I just a joke. Go ahead. I know what I mean.
Southern Bureau. You say the higher road where they come na 94 pieces half-inch. Then 5/8 54. But now today me get this news. I don't know if people then they are where they know say now that's not the amount where you go buy, you go get. When I be make a known to the country, now radio or now TV for say any shop where you go for go buy higher road 1 ton half-inch they for give you 94. If the measurer in not reach 40 feet, now 38 feet, they forgive you 104. When I be making known to the country.
All right, thank you, ma. All right, number 2 now you, Thank you very much, ma. I'll go number 2. Did you answer your question? No worry. Yes, go ahead.
My name is Jaffa Bans Davis from Radio Democracy. Minister, Madam Minister, we don't know now say we get substandard iron ore. What does this mean for the ministry? There no pressure where this they put to the trade monitors and trade inspectors them. Then also for NCPC, you don't talk about a lot of good things then, but challenges like motorcar before this time when I been get, make adjust the wonder how una independence day for make sure say una able for bet fine for one like the lower the talk so una the bet. And then also
all right, no, thank you.
My name is Ibrahim Jawara. For my blog, my question to go to Madam Minister. Yes. Few months back, I go to one shop, I go buy one tripod at the same cost, but deliberately not be asked for GST. And 12 weeks after, I go back at the same shop, I go buy this tripod at the same cost, and I ask for my GST receipt. Then what I find out, the same price where I first buy, now the same price again, then sell give me, and then give me GST receipt without they not ask me for additional payment. So my question here is, how you ministry work with NRA for CC, them shops them where you supposed for give GST tax, make sure say, where customer go buy something at the shop, either they know of the GST or not, then for give a receipt. For example, we go PMB, Chotsram, yanda we buy business day, then always they give you that ask and they give the GST. But most of the shop them they sell give we higher price, they include the GST without they not give the receipt.
IB.
So how you ministry work with NRA?
We don't hear this question already. Number 3 or 4.
Yeah, Mina Alpha Wakar Sise reporting for FTN Top News. My question they go to Standard Bureau about the on the statements. You be talk about say whenever goods they come and una key check na key say una go find out say this is good or not good. But what you make about like this Coco Samba? Una know say it's not good for people them. But so why it take una so long for pull the press release say this is not good for people's their health? Yes, and they allow for people they don't used to right now. Yes. And to the IRO them. So we want to know the shops them where they don't lock. And because we believe say they IRO them, they get for they can mix them. With the fine one they wouldn't get for cow wheat. Yes, so one of them shops then so that people them they not get for go buy them then I go them.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Just for say when the ministry will go shut them shop then they down them issue a press release and they may name them and they may be very public information. Yes, they may not have distributed it as widely as you call for, but they did name and I mean get a copy of that release day. The final question, go ahead. The mic not work.